The views and opinions expressed on From the Mouths of Madness are that of the panel and not of the Geeks Under the Influence Network or their sponsors, Amazon.com and tpublic.com. Listeners, beware. Coming straight from the Mouths of Madness, I'm one of the hosts of Lowdown. With me, as always, is...
F.U. Hunter. Merry Christmas, bitches.
Merry Christmas, bitches.
Yeah.
Family dinner, bitches? How do we...
Yeah. I'm saying it's one of my favorite lines of the movie, so that's why I'm saying it.
Yeah,
So
it's fucking like...
bitches ate my legs, motherfucker.
Bitches ate my legs. That's how you get the skin crispy.
Mm-hmm.
$400 for an hour and then $375 for 3. Ooh, is that the gravy? Oh, they cut the kidneys.
Oh,
God.
yeah.
Oh, that's so gross. Dude, they literally sawed off a dude's butt.
Yep.
Like, literally sawed off a dude's
That's
butt.
tender meat.
That's, oh. See, when they originally said that, I thought they were talking about the taint. Because
Yeah.
he says it was like after the stalk, before the something.
Yeah.
The guy's like, oh, his ass. I'm like, yeah, but no, that would actually be his taint.
Oh. Ugh.
All right, so Merry Christmas, fuckers. Tonight on the chopping block, we're going to be talking about the 2017 film,
Yep.
Mercy Christmas.
Yeah.
It's clearly an independent film. I don't mean that in a bad way, but it's clearly an independent film.
Look, we've had experience with recently an independent film. This one at least took a little more fun with being an independent film, right?
Yeah.
Fuck that end. Anyhow,
The crazy thing is, it was back then they had to make. Speaking of dead end, they had to make independent films look like studio films.
yeah.
In the early 2000s, dude, there was no indie film
You don't have to.
market.
I'm pretty sure Mercy Christmas takes place just on one set. Like, there's some exteriors, but pretty much, I believe the office and the house and the basement, it's all one set. Like, that's all it is.
Yeah.
You save a lot of money that way, okay? Yeah.
Well, the house was actually out in a neighborhood. They probably...
Right, the exteriors, but all the interiors,
Mm.
and then the office, and then his house, it's probably all one. All right, move the couch in, put the lights up, all right, take that out, put the office desk in.
Keep it going.
It's all one spot, all right?
No, I actually think the interior of the house was the house that they chose.
Okay.
I don't know, something
Maybe
about
an upper level, but I'm just saying basement and everything that doesn't have sunlight coming through the windows.
Yeah.
One place.
Yeah, fair. It's just I was kind of looking for that and just watching the windows and when the lights hit and like the living room and stuff, and then when they finally show the outside, you're like,
don't argue with me, or I'm gonna plug in these Christmas lights.
Okay.
Shot the shit out of you.
that whole fucking thing was.
That guy's got that dude has some fucking issues. Plus, how productive can you be getting electrocuted every fucking 3 seconds?
And the other thing is, like, and this is just me being a stickler, like, if you're getting electrocuted, I don't even care if it's 120 volts, you're not going to move while electricity is going through your body.
Yeah.
That's usually why.
Low budget.
I know.
You gotta keep
When
communicating.
electricity goes through your body, everything tenses up.
Yeah.
The fact that he's getting electrocuted and he's, like, moving his head everywhere and, like, moving his arm, like, that's not how electricity works, bro. That's not how it works. But, and also, I mean, I guess the bare wire thing does make sense.
Sort of. Yeah. I don't
know.
know if there's that much of a current going through.
It's
Christmas
120.
lights.
It's 120 volts. That'll
Right.
kill you. That would kill you
Yeah.
over time.
But
it takes less than 1 amp to kill you.
Brisket's a big boy.
I'm Michael Briskett,
Yeah. I do find.
and I'm not sorry.
I do love that literally our main character in a movie about cannibals is named Briskett. You know?
And then the whole movie is just like, Briskett!
Ugh.
Dude, I mean, it's in on the level where, like, the dialogue is given, except for, like, the dick brother. Like
Yeah.
the
redneck
boss.
brother?
No,
the boss? Yeah.
Except for, like, the boss, I feel like he delivered his line somewhat believable, but everyone else, you could tell they were just like...
I think some of this was intentional because you get into that house, the dad as chummy and like Hallmark dad as you can fucking
took
get.
the shit out of you.
And yeah, but I'm just saying, everybody in that household, it's almost like you're watching a Hallmark movie, very generic, like, you know, how's it going with the job, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And so I feel like that was kind of intentional, and then you have this underlining, but they're gonna fucking kill you and eat you.
Oh yeah, like when
the dad sells it completely. The dad is there like, oh man, you know, I was watching the game and he missed a 3-pointer, and and just being so generic, like, oh, let me talk a little sports, and you know, I wish your mom was here, she would have loved this.
Yeah,
this everything like that. That to me is almost a selling point.
I think you're right. I do understand what they were doing with that, because it's hilarious when they're cutting off Eddie's legs and like. They're just hacking away, and Bart, the redneck brother, is like he's giving dialogue back to the father, and then all of a sudden he finally breaks through one of the legs. He's like, "Oh, tough meat." And you're like, "What the fuck, really?"
Yeah.
And then like the dad goes on to say something else about the basketball game. Which who the fuck talks? I don't know a lot of people that talk basketball at Christmas.
Yeah, but in the same instance, I mean, I think they're just kind of coming out and whatever generic thing.
No, I know. It's just like football.
Yeah,
maybe. Anyway. And then he's like, hold on a second. He grabs the iron to cauterize the wound so it doesn't kill Eddie, doesn't bleed out. I'm like,
oh yeah,
this is fucking sick.
Well, he's just casually talking. He gets the cleaver and he plugs in the iron. So like they've done this. And again, I appreciate they're communicating. Yeah, this is this is a family tradition, and that to the point where they don't have to think like, okay, wait, what do we need to do? He's just telling a story or talking, just plugging shit in, prepping stuff. They've done this so many times. It's just kind of very natural.
When they bring the legs up in a bucket
with the fucking shoes on. God damn it.
And the socks on one. I'm like, oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me, dude.
Poor Eddie.
The money went to the effects because the way that leg looked with this way the skin, like,
yeah,
you know, like a chicken or anything that you bake, you know, the skin can like crinkle up and shrink a little bit. Like, dude, I was like, oh. And the toes, how it pulled away from the toes. I'm like, so is human meat pink? It looked more like ham. Is human compared to swine or cow? I'm just curious because when they cut the meat for Bart's new girlfriend to try, because if she's going to be part of the family at Christmas dinner.
A fucking cop?
She's going to fucking eat.
Yeah.
And like, it looked like they were cutting a ham. And
I think they're just getting whatever's closest meat coloring.
I'm just curious.
Like, I'm sorry, this is bullshit.
We've had cannibals say human tastes like this or that or this or that.
I think that brought up pork. That's the whole thing. Is like, So, it looked kind of pork-ish.
Like ham.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, so.
I was just curious.
Yeah.
Strictly out of curiosity. Never want to try it.
By the way, did the shitty boss brother hate the new girlfriend? Because he only...
No.
No, I'm saying the shitty one that, he only says it, I don't know, like fucking 30 times, like, and then he's like giving her the stare down, like, I don't like you. Because he doesn't trust, but the dad's already said she's fucking cool. Does it fucking matter?
And the dad says his prayers at night to the dead mom.
Oh, God. With
and he's like,
photo.
oh, Bart's found love, and oh, it's so good to have the whole family. You'd be so happy.
And then right under him is the basement holding all the people where they kill. That's what I'm saying. It's so funny is that there's this moment where he's like, hey, and he's just on the bed talking to his dead wife up in heaven. Like, they stress, like, oh, she's up in heaven. Like, murder the shit out of people. I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
But right below him is motherfuckers that are being chained up and waiting to fucking die.
So they even blatantly say at the last scene of the movie that it's Southern California.
Yeah.
Why the fuck does his dad have a Minnesota accent or like a fucking...
They might, just throw this out there, might have to kind of move every few years or whatever. You know, when you start kidnapping, I mean, there's the whole segment where they, kidnap, I don't know, like 4 or 5 people, right?
But I think they go out of their area.
I guess, but I'm just saying, they might after a while, maybe they want to move when there's a trend of missing people in their, vicinity. I don't know, so...
Gonna stretch out.
Yeah.
Gonna move further out.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the whole movie, for those who haven't seen Mercy Christmas, and I recommend you do, right now it's on like Tubi and I think Pluto and like one other streaming service for free.
I think it's on Amazon or Shudder too, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the first time I saw it on Shudder.
I think it's still on, that's how I watched it. I believe it was on Shudder.
Okay. So, plenty of ways to watch it. Michael Briskett never had a real family Christmas. He's being taken advantage of at his job, which he finds out. His boss is the son of this fucked up family.
Yeah.
He's, I guess, the youngest. He's the baby son.
Who's the guy on Mad TV, the big bald guy? Well, anyway, he's like him. He looks like a version of that dude from Mad TV.
Oh, he does. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? So imagine like this big lumbering bald guy, but just really fucking sad and really wants a Christmas spirit. So he's kind of sad, but he's also very like festive.
Like sad to the point where he handed out invitations at his office for his Christmas party, and then nobody showed up. Nobody.
It's bad when the hardest thing to watch is that shit instead of people being murdered. Where you're like, oh, don't give out the invitations, dude. That's embarrassing. Dude. Oh, man.
But
he's like, I hope you'll come.
Is when his boss's intern, quote unquote, this really super hot blonde chick shows up and drops off some work for him to do because the boss gives him a fuckload of work to do right before the Christmas holiday.
Because he's an asshole.
Because he's an asshole. And basically he's using his grunts to do his work for him so he can excel, but his, whatever. Anyway, she's the only one that shows up to the Christmas party. And they spend the whole night drinking and having a great time. By the way, who the fuck drinks that much fucking eggnog and doesn't puke?
Yep.
Not because of booze. It's a lot of goddamn dairy.
Yeah.
You're not digesting that. That's a lot.
Oh, man.
We all know what happens when you chug a gallon of milk.
Yeah.
So you puke it up. Yeah.
But man, you feel bad because Brisket's so high. He's like, oh my god, like somebody showed up to my party, sort of.
She's pretty. She's hot. She hung out with me. She's like into the stuff I'm into. So she casually
is like, hey, you know, and she's like, you really are into Christmas. You should come to my family's house, which is pretty fucked up. Like. She's like, but I guess he is a loner, and he pretty much says that his mom always goes out of town, so there's nobody. So, I mean, if you're a cannibal family, you look for the loners. He kind of put a big, target on his forehead. He's like, yeah, nobody really cares about me. And again, she's showing up to his party with nobody else there. So, yeah, pretty easy.
Doesn't know where he's going. No one knows.
And all the legwork's already there. They're kidnapping all these other motherfuckers. They'll just bring the food to the house.
Yeah.
And nobody will care.
And then, he shows up and,
they knock him the fuck out, tie him up.
Shit starts, and he gets wrapped in Christmas lights that have bare wire, and the brother uses that to shock him. Dude, he shocks him that's what I'm saying. He's shocking him way too much for, it to even,
But there is a funny scene, I'll say, where you have carolers outside their house at night, and all of a sudden you see the light flashing on and off, and it looks like it's an intentional Christmas light, but it's
Briskett.
Yeah, it's Briskett being shocked over and over again.
Yeah.
I did appreciate that.
That was awesome.
It looks like just your generic flashing Christmas light in the background inside the house. Nope, it's the dude being electrocuted over and over again. All right.
And you think so? There's in the basement. It's Briskett. It's Eddie who got his legs cut off. It's this old dude. He was the first to go.
Yeah, he was first. He's like, oh God, please don't. They don't fucking care.
And that's the one they cut his butt off of.
Yep.
Which they should have taken the other person, which is the girl who actually had an ass.
Yeah.
And they probably would have gotten more butt because she had a butt. I'm just saying.
I don't remember paying attention to the old man's ass, so I don't know.
I'm talking about if you had to pick between an old man and a mid to late 20s.
But he's also older, and he was probably, they got to get him, he's going to die soon. You don't want that meat going bad, so you
fair.
You got to take care of it quickly.
Oh, she's a
lot younger, so.
She got the living shit kicked out of her.
Yep.
Like borderline death, got the shit kicked out of her.
Let's just stress, when we get introduced to the family, you got the widowed dad, you got the brothers, Bart, the kind of redneck kid.
Yeah, whatever the fuck the other brother's name is.
The shithead boss. Yeah.
And you got...
We'll just call him Bateman. You know what? We're just going to call him Bateman the rest. You know, Patrick Bateman.
The Bateman. And then we got the sister that we thought was just a intern. The older...
Yeah.
The middle kid, I guess she is. I don't know if she's the youngest or she's the middle.
I think she's the middle.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the chick who brought him.
Yeah.
And then you got the grandma.
The creepy ass looking grandma. Not intentional. She just has that weird wrinkly face thing that.
You got the fucking douche nozzle. We never brought up.
Oh, the ex-boyfriend.
Is his name Mark?
Yeah. Again, so much like a Hallmark movie. It's like, hey, they invited me, and instantly the sister's like, why the fuck are you here?
Yeah.
But again, when Briskett first comes in, it's so generic. It's like the the ex-boyfriend, and you're like, oh, and then. Come to find out, I guess he must have been part of the family festivities prior to that year.
Yeah.
But he also started mouthing off enough that his ass isn't last.
He was just so fucking annoying. He was like, so-and-so says that blah, blah, so-and-so said blah, blah, blah. I would have killed him too.
Yeah.
I would have done it slower because that's what him talking did to my ears with an ice pick. It was just slowly being inserted into my fucking ear. It was terrible.
So we get old man gets killed. Then
he gets his leg cut off.
Then you get Eddie, who they're like, we want some legs. Now again, from the start, Eddie's like, motherfuckers, fucking jump my ass, and you can just tell there's a little bit of intensity. And when they're he's like, you better fucking kill me, motherfucker. They're about to cut, he's intense.
Yeah, he's intense.
Yeah. And they almost just think he's dead after they cut his legs off. It's just weird because
remember they were cutting the cheeks off the old dude, and they see his stump slide out, and he's moving, and then the old man, and then the father chokes him, and they're like, no, wait, we still need something from him.
Yeah.
Like, you're right.
Don't waste the rest of the meat. Yeah. So, but then we get to knock on the door. Door opens.
It's a cop.
And you're like,
officer. Oh shit.
But it's
Bart's girlfriend.
Yep. And she rolls in, and I guess she's technically like she's
but she's the desk clerk.
Yeah.
She's desk clerk.
So, but apparently she's okay with eating the
She tries it and loves it.
Yeah.
She tries Eddie's leg and loves it.
Yeah.
And I guess the kidneys came from the old man too, and that's what made the gravy.
Yeah.
My dad was so excited to try that.
Then we get to where Bateman had been pretty much forcing Briskett to do his fucking work. That's the only reason he's electrocuting him. He's like, finish my shit. And at some point, Briskett tries to stand up. He's like, I'm not going to do it. So Bateman beats the shit out of the chick in the basement that's with them, like just kicks the fuck out of her over and over again. And kind of breaks Briskett of like, I was going to try to stand up, but like, he cares for people so much. He's like, do what you want to me, but stop fucking hurting her. So he goes back to it, fucking, like
doing work.
Up. And that's the whole night of being electrocuted and doing work. Fucking Bateman passes out on the couch with a fucking knife. Bart's on the couch with his cop girlfriend the next morning. Like Christmas morning, here we go. And oh man, this is where I think the movie really kicks into gear. They tie up Briskett with Eddie.
Yeah. So you got Briskett takes the lights, wraps it around Eddie because Eddie doesn't have legs, and he crawls out of the fucking basement.
And Briska's so big though, it just works. It's like a human backpack.
And like Eddie's carrying just this iron.
Yeah.
It's just this iron.
And they get out of the house, but they're like, "What the fuck do we do?"
Well, they hide in.
And they hide
girlfriend's.
Yeah. Cop girlfriend's there, and she gets in the car, and Eddie beats the fuck out of her with that iron.
The fucked up thing is, he also breaks the key off the ignition.
Yep. Yeah, he fucked up. But that intensity, it was all that anger about losing his legs went onto her face. Like
fuck you fucking
bitch. He's bam.
You ate my legs. Yeah. You ate my legs.
And literally Brisket's like, stop. She's dead. She's
not moving anymore.
Yeah, Brisket's so upset. Well, and Eddie gives 2 fucks, man.
And Briskett gets him out of the back seat, and then he's like, no, I'm not done. Go to the front. Yeah. And they're like, open the door. He opens the door. He's like, bitch, I'm gonna fuck you, bitch.
Yeah. So he's like pissed off, but he also has to tell Briskett which way to go. Like, open the door, do this. So.
But Briskett's like, remembers that the girl's still in the basement because she said, go ahead and leave.
Yeah.
Find help. And Briskett, then he's like, I'm going back in. And he's like, the fuck you are? And like, no, I'm going back in. But then like he grabs like some iron rod.
Yeah. It was in the garden or whatever. But oh man, top moment. Top moment for me.
Open the door, Grandma.
Knock on the door. Grandmother opens the door. It's fucking Eddie. Briskett's got his back. Eddie's at the door. She looks stunned, and he goes, "Merry Christmas, bitch!" Fucking nails the shit out of her. They kill Granny. Like, just fucking right there. Kill Granny.
And then Briskett had his moment where he fucking goes after the father.
Yeah, the chummy dad. He's just like, what the fuck is going on here?
Whack. And he's just like,
this is where
Briskett
has his moment.
I'm sorry.
He's apologizing.
No, I'm not sorry. I'm Michael Britt. It was amazing. It was amazing. It was awesome. That's probably one of my favorite scenes in the movie was when he just screams, I'm Michael Briskett.
But then we get our final showdown. We get Bart the redneck versus Ed because they cut him loose. So Eddie's on the couch.
No, remember he says, oh, well, what Briskett call out? He called something out. He was like, separate.
Oh,
separate.
Yeah.
Like, because he's getting his ass handed to him from Bateman.
Yeah.
And he's like, separate. And they do the thing, and he just lunges onto Bart.
So you got
lunges onto Bart.
Bateman versus Briskett, Eddie versus Bart. And then, chick, we thought she was gone for, gets out of the fucking basement, and they're at the same time as the sister. So it's kitchen fight. It's fucking living room brawl. It's everybody's.
There was a cunt kick, I think, in that.
Oh yeah, there was.
No, it was a ball hit. Remember, Eddie fucking slams Bart in the balls. Yeah,
that's right.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
And no, there's a fucking there's a rolling pin head smash massacre
into the fucking flower.
That was amazing.
But my favorite of all of it is literally Eddie he's got no legs. Bart's a big motherfucker, but he doesn't give a. Eddie's doing whatever again, and he's like, I'm gonna play some psychological shit. He's like, you know what? I killed your bitch. She fucking looked like a man.
Yeah.
I killed your bitch. And just while he's fighting with him, he's fucking talking shit.
Oh no! Before that fight even started, when they saw that they'd killed the grandmother and the father, and they're standing in separate rooms. Eddie pulls the phone out.
Yeah.
And he was like, recognize this?
Yeah.
He's like, recognize this?
The chick's phone. He's like, recognize this?
He's like, but the worst thing between that the family does in retaliation to Eddie and Briskett was you're like, I'm gonna fucking kill you. You were going to anyway.
Yeah.
You were going to how is that a threat?
Yeah.
You were gonna kill me anyway and eat me.
And a part of irony, fucking Briskett wraps the Christmas lights around Bateman's head.
Oh, so good.
And what was it? They threw eggnog on his face.
Which had booze in it.
Plugs it in. Fucking now again. This is the budget of the movie. This is a very cheap. His head's on fire.
Now I will say the effects afterwards look good.
Yeah, the practical.
While it's happening.
Yeah, while it's happening. Yeah, very. Yeah, but again, we accept it. We know we're going into.
We understand.
Yeah.
Now, how did Bart die?
Well, Eddie fucking gets stabbed with a cleaver. Bart throws him to the ground and finally kills him.
Yeah.
And then that's a good.
Oh no, the girl runs. He's ready to kill Briskett. The girl runs and stabs him in the chest with a butcher knife.
Yep.
That's how.
So
cool. And then Briskett carries Chicky out, and
he's still so delusional. He's like, I just want snow on Christmas.
I guess no snow this year.
And she's like, what the fuck?
She's like, we live in Southern California.
Yeah, like.
And then the carolers show up.
I know. But the one thing I guess was the achievement is that while they're in the basement, she's already like, of course this would fucking happen on Christmas. Fuck Christmas. Fuck everything about Christmas. And he's just like, no. Like, he is tied up and being tortured. He's like, don't lose the spirit of Christmas.
Yeah.
And she's like, what is fucking wrong with you? I already hated Christmas. And now
I'm tied up in some
I'm
bullshit.
in a torture basement and you're still talking. So at the very end, she's almost like, you know what? She's like bloody and barely breathing. She's like, Merry Christmas. And that's all he needed. Just somebody else to share the Christmas spirit, even though he's being ridiculous about waiting for snow in Southern California.
And then when the carol show up, he's like, please help.
Yeah.
Please help us. Get something out of
And then you get your little hopeful scene at the end where they cut back to Eddie. He's not dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, he's not dead. Yeah, that was cool.
But, I mean...
No, because, Eddie's like the best character in the fucking movie.
Oh, man.
Like,
the shit he's saying, and just the intensity. Like, yeah, I lose my fucking legs.
Well, like I said, that's the one CG effect they did spend a lot of money on.
Mm-hmm.
Because, when he's on his back, he's got no legs.
Yeah.
But that actor has legs.
Yeah.
So, and I was trying to look directly at, like, Eddie's, like, pants and, like, the back of his shirt to see if you could see any kind of, like, any
kind of like hiding.
Yeah, no, it's just no.
Now this is the second time I've seen it. I watched it at us recording, and I'd seen it like last year because I'm trying to knock out different kind of Christmas horror movies. I actually have to say I enjoyed it. I think a little more the second time, but there are parts where you're like, wait a second, are we just going Saw Christmas? But then the humor kicks in. I think a lot of it has to do with again fucking Eddie.
It has to do with the humor and the last 25 minutes of the movie.
I got a little more of a kick out of the dad this time because he's so chummy and so like, again, hallmarky, basic, but he's killing motherfuckers,
Mm-hmm.
So I appreciate it. I thought it was a fun movie.
For me, it passes.
Yeah.
It passes. I mean, it's not a great movie.
It's not breaking any any molds. It's
better than fucking Dead End.
Yeah, that's not hard to say, but I'm saying this is something. You know what? I'll probably knock it out. I make a list of 25 movies that I watch. It goes on the list. I'll watch it.
I
don't think I'll ever own it, but it's a fun watch.
I think it's a movie that you won't have to worry about owning it. I think it's going to be out.
That's what I'm saying.
It's really like movies that are only like so.
Yeah.
But they're enjoyable.
Yeah.
Those ones aren't the ones that go away. It's the ones that are really good. They were like, wait, we could make money if we put this on DVD.
Well, I'm saying, look, it's not Anna and the Apocalypse.
No.
No.
Oh, I still need to watch it.
But it's not Dead End, all right? Yeah. Like, it's in that happy medium where there's some fun moments, but it is low budget, but, you have the head on catch on fire, really bad, special effect. But overall, it's a fun watch, and you can pop it in. I had Parker watch it when I watched it the other day, and he got a kick out of it, so... It's one of those movies. It's just kind of a fun watch, but it's not the level of Anna and the Apocalypse.
No, I still need to watch that.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so we both enjoyed it. Past the chopping block. Check it out. Like I said, I know it's on Tubi, Pluto, Prime, and it's probably on Prime through Shudder.
Yeah.
That's probably why it's on
Prime. But it'll
Prime.
make the rotations. Especially, I'd say probably November, December every year. It'll probably be on one of those streaming sites. It's called Mercy Christmas. It's going to be on something.
Exactly. So hit us up at lowdownbrown.gui@gmail.com if you've already seen this film and you agree with us, or you hated it. Let us know. Send us a message. Give us some feedback. Or if you went and checked it out and after you listened to this episode and then you really enjoyed it, let us know if it added some cheer to your holiday season. And also go to GUIPodcast.com, check out our links tab, and go to our first link, which is Amazon.com. There is still time. You got a week.
Shit. You got shit.
You got a week.
Hit it now.
Your fucking Christmas shit done.
Yep. And if you're going to go on there, fucking just go through us.
Go to our links tab. Click on the Amazon link. It takes you to Amazon. You log in and shop like normal. We just get a little kickback, and that is awesome. So get that last minute shopping in and just do it through us. The link right next to Amazon is TeePublic. And I think that you might be able to get it by Christmas.
Yeah.
It's cutting it close. I know I got an email like 3 days ago.
Or you forgot somebody. You went, oh shit, I can get something a few days after Christmas. Give a
you
late
can show them the order receipt. It's like,
there you go. You're going to get some shit, yeah.
But it's for all the merches, for all the shows under the network. Tons of fun designs. Madness has 2. Most of the shows have 2 to 3. And then a bunch. We got like 54 fucking designs. Our spooky season stuff's still up. It'll be up through the end of the year. I'll make sure if you missed it out on that to get it now. They're still going to run sales all the way through to the end of the year. So make sure you check that out. And while you're on GUIPodcast.com, check out all the other shows under the network. We got tons of stuff coming for the new year. We already got tons of content. We still have tons of stuff. We got some new shit coming through the new year. And for those that listen to Madness that also listen to our flagship GUI episode and GUI nights, that is coming to an end at the end of this year.
Yeah.
I feel we need to make a note of it on Madness.
Yep.
Just because I've been on the original GUI flagship since episode 2.
Co-host, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying I've been part of it since episode 2.
Yeah.
You know, which was actually a horror episode. Go figure. They brought me on for that. Yeah. And you came on the first Star Wars episode later that year.
No, I was later than that.
Weren't you?
Yeah, no. My first one is literally Batman vs Superman.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We wanted you on because of fuck with Kyle.
Yeah.
Smash. Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
That was actually a better one for you to be on.
Yeah.
You can give him some shit. Yeah, so you know, it sucks, but it will make it's gonna be even better moving forward.
Yeah. There's some new shit coming out, you know.
Yeah, we got new stuff coming out. It's just that podcast has kind of run its course. We started it. We were one of the pioneers, especially in our area, for doing podcasts. And the hour-some format worked then. And hour and 20 minutes really isn't where the podcast movement has gone. So,
and look, Mouse Boys, we're not going anywhere.
No, we ain't. No, we're staying.
Yeah,
we're staying.
Looks like Mouse Boys are gonna be recording more episodes.
Those Mouse Boys got themselves in a predicament.
Yeah.
Oh, how are they going to get out of this one?
They just watch the Mercy Christmas there.
Stay tuned. But no, we're staying. Every other show is staying. Just the GUI and the GUI Nights episodes podcast is going away. But they're already being replaced with 2 new ones that are already being in development, that are already getting re-releasing next year. And we've got like 4 to 5 other shows that are going to come out at some point next year. So
keep checking shit
we're going to
out
have even more shit for you to listen to. It's going to be awesome. So, yeah, definitely keep your eye out. Follow all the GUI Network podcasts, and it'll keep you up to date. Follow all the socials. And until we talk to you again, embrace the madness.
At GUIPodcast.com. Mike the Hobbit here.
Lowdown Brown.
Inviting you to check out Geek Some of the Influence, a podcast that pairs booze with conversation with good friends.
And a little nerd culture.
We get a lot of colorful conversation out of our episodes, but it is here for everyone, no gatekeeping.
Always level up everything we do.
We'll punch up, never punch down.
Exactly.
So check out Geeks Under the Influence anywhere you get your podcasts and join us or die.
Shut the fuck up, Hobbit. Welcome to GUI Nights.
GUI Nights.
Yeah, I am Lowdown Brown. With me as always,
Mike the Hobbit.
This is the tangential side of GUI.
This is like so many of those other shows that has the after the show bit mixed with a little bit of Baywatch night, so it's a little sexier. It's a little bit after hours.
Also while tying it into the previous episode of GUI. So look forward to that too, because this comes out the week after the flagship hour-long episode.
So make sure to check out GUI Nights, and when you're done, you can
go the fuck home.
In a world with too many reboots and remakes,
two men will stop at nothing to make it even worse.
Join Mike the Hobbit and Tondi as they play by their own rules while pitching new takes on some of your favorite and least favorite films and TV shows. What podcast would dare to bring this upon the world?
This is Smack My Pitch Up.
My name is Amy Bogard.
And I'm Mike the Hobbit.
And we are the hosts of Deeply Upsetting, where we use our expertise to answer your most upsetting hypothetical quandaries, such as, what non-winged animal deserves wings?
And what body part deserves a secret mouth?
Which cryptid is the worst roommate?
These questions and more that plague you will be answered on Deeply Upsetting, available anywhere you get your podcasts and at GUIPodcast.com.
Coming straight from the mouths of madness, I'm Lowdown.
I'm FU Hunter.
Do you love horror?
We fucking do.
So this is a podcast dedicated to all things in cinematic horror. We're talking movies, television, composers, special effects artists. We're gonna fucking cover it.
So if you love horror,
embrace the madness.
Hey guys, Scotty P here with Smash on your left. And we are the Geek Fathers. That's right, bringing all the trials and tribulations of being a geeky parent.
So welcome to our world.
And as always, join us
or cry.
In a world of blockbuster movies, there's another dimension.
The dimension of schlock cinema. Join us at Beautiful Disasters on a journey into the fringe territory of B-movie abandon.
We review the flicks that are forgotten or underappreciated to give them a proper place in the annals of celluloid history.
I'm the Groots.
FU Hunter.
Your guides at Beautiful Disasters. Come along with us for a fun ride. May the schlock be with you.